will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the first swing of the game. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Give to the running back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fat.
Oh, they knock it free! And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Got a wide open receiver. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the UAB Blazers offense will have its first possession of the game. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And David, I like these guys too because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
They move the tight end all over. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the outside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy, but no.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Georgia going up tempo. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Going up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Ramsey. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, UAB 0.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Blazers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks of Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Going to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
UAB 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down.
And your UAB Blazers will take over.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head...
Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Blazers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Blazers moving quickly to the line.
Good enough for first down.
He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Pettis.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's got his man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Blazers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He's got the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive. I'd
be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Brings up second down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Protective Stadium.
The Dogs will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
These DBs better stay ready because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays back there deep.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Blazers have their offense in high gear. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Firing to the right, complete.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Grab near the sticks. It's Pettis. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, UAB. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Graves.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
He's back to throw on second down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. He's no stranger to the end zone, his 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently, week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. It just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Looking to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
After misfiring, it's second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. A 3rd and long coming up here. The snap sets up the throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Running it back, it's Graves. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. And they got him for the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Wants to fire on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. He wants to throw here on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy.
He's loose. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
They go right back to him. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And when those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Got his man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is just getting gross. I mean, he's close to 500 yards now, just dissecting this defense. They have had no answer for that powerful arm.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide out in motion. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. 2nd and short now after that completion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Blazers with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready. On offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen,
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Going up top on 1st down. Trying to get to him. Throws toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed in.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. And the Blazers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.